Father's Day is this Sunday. Make sure you get your dad or that special guy in your life something special at manscaped.com/chat, where you're going to be able to save 20% off and get free shipping. Today's show is going to be around the 13 quarterbacks that need training camp to happen the most. Why is this a topic of conversation? Because there's this thing called the Big C that has really impacted the NFL. It's been forced to cancel OTAs, minicamp. The start date for training camp is still, undecided. I'm still hoping that preseason games end up happening, but teams have been able to meet virtually. Heck, we do virtual shows. But the fact that teams can't actually get together is why I wanted to do this show, because I thought free agency was crazy around quarterbacks. Trades happened as well. So which 13 guys really need training camp to happen? Now, I want to tell all the time people to subscribe to Chat Sports, right? We do a lot of awesome content. But I don't want you to think by subscribe, that means that you have to pay for something. No, we do daily videos, 100% free, and I'll even make you this deal. It'll be free for the next 365 days. So if you aren't subscribed to our channel and you'd end up liking this video, hit sub to watch all the shows that we do. Let's get in now to it. Number 13, I have Tom Brady. And the reason why Brady made the list is he's got a new team. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have sky-high expectations. You're looking at a team that finished 7-9 last year, and they haven't made the playoffs since 2007. Why do you go out and get arguably the greatest quarterback of all time? To not only make the playoffs, but to win a playoff game. I mean, the Buccaneers haven't even won a playoff game since they won the Super Bowl back in 2002. Brady, does he really need practice? Maybe not. But does he need to work with his new team because they have high expectations? Yes, I believe so. Let's go to another quarterback to hit free agency, Phillip Rivers. He's got a new home in Indianapolis, and he did only get a one-year deal worth $25 million, which doesn't really mean that he's, committed to next season. But I like a lot of the moves that this Indianapolis Colts team made in the draft, in free agency. They are building around Rivers, and they are trying to win football games now. But the fact that the Colts missed the playoffs in 2019, they have the roster, right? They made the playoffs in 2018. But if Rivers wants to take them to the next step to win the AFC South, I do think that he needs to have some training camp. Let's go to another veteran quarterback who missed 14 games last season due to a UCL injury. It's Ben Roethlisberger. The Pittsburgh Steelers showed that they have an elite defense. For them to be a Super Bowl caliber team, I think that Ben needs to just continue to play at a high level. So, why does he need training camp? I mean, you guys are on social media. You've seen the pictures of him. I think we could all agree he is not in football shape. Not that he's ever been in football shape, but honestly, for Ben Roethlisberger's just personal sanity, I think he needs to get off the couch and to get to training camp. So the whole theme of today's show is all around quarterbacks that need training camp the most. I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's video, so I want you to scroll on down and let me know which QB needs it the most. Let's go now to number 10 here on my list, Dwayne Haskins entering year 2 with the Washington Redskins. And Washington needs him to step up. Dwayne Haskins, drafted 15th overall by Washington last season. I actually liked him a lot when he first came out of Ohio State. Now, I don't know if he was used correctly, and I also don't think they had a lot of talent around him. But the real reasons why Haskins needs training camp more than a lot of other players, they just went out and hired a new head coach, Ron Rivera. Oh yeah, that Ron Rivera guy brought in a quarterback in free agency named Kyle Allen, who he also worked with in Carolina. Now I want to go to the Chargers depth chart, and the reason why I'm going to go to the Chargers is because I'm going to bracket Tyrod Taylor and Justin Herbert as number 9 and number 8. And the reason why both of those quarterbacks need training camp is there's an open competition. And anytime there's an open competition, you want to be able to show your coaches that I deserve the job. So Tyrod Taylor, it's been a while since he's been a reliable starting quarterback. But they seem to have a lot of confidence in him. Anthony Lynn thinks that he can be the guy. And for a team that does want to run the football, I do like the options there of RPO. However, you don't go and draft a quarterback in the top 10, 6 overall, if you don't have a lot of confidence in him. Now, Herbert's first 2 years in college football at Oregon struggled with some injuries. 2018 played a lot better. 2019, I think, did regress a little bit. But obviously, you drafted him high, so you have to have some confidence in him. So, at number 9 is Tyrod Taylor. At number 8 is Justin Herbert. And for those of you that maybe aren't subscribed, you don't know how Chat Sports works, we are an interactive YouTube channel. So what I want you to do is go down in the comments, and I want you to let me know who is going to be the Los Angeles Chargers starting quarterback this upcoming season. If you think it's going to be Tyrod Taylor, type TT. If you think it's going to be Justin Herbert, type JH. So with Father's Day this Sunday, maybe you didn't get your dad something, or maybe you need the best gift out there. We're going to be able to hook you up here at Chat Sports. Go to manscaped.com/chat. You're going to be able to save 20% off and get free shipping on the Lawnmower 3.0. What the heck is the Lawnmower 3.0? It's only the best male grooming kit on the market. 89% of women said that they want their man to be manscaped. Lawnmower 3.0, it's going to help you do that. Football, it's a game of inches. It's going to help you do that. It can shave your downstairs. You can shave your chest. Rechargeable battery. They got a lot of different blades, so you don't have to use the same blade. Lawnmower 3.0 at manscaped.com/chat. 20% off, free shipping. It's in the description and the comments. Let's go to Cam Newton, because I guarantee you Cam Newton used the Lawnmower 3.0. He's number 7 on my list, but he is still a free agent quarterback. And wait, how can a free agent quarterback want training camp? You can see the last note there. I think with all the craziness going on with the Big C, if Cam Newton really wants to be able to prove that he's healthy, a way to do that, besides, I guess, posting Instagram videos of you throwing to OBJ, is actually showing a team that you are 100% healthy. Because I think we would both agree, or everyone that's watching this, Cam, when fully healthy, deserves to be a starting quarterback. The reason why he's not a starting quarterback, and the reason why he hasn't been signed yet, teams are worried due to the health. Let's now go to the Chicago Bears here at number 6 and at number 5. Why? Because, you'll see this, there is a battle here for the starting quarterback. Now, I have Nick Foles at number 1, even though Mitchell Trubisky right now is probably slated as the starter. The reason why that I have Foles at 6 and Trubisky at 5, you don't go out and trade for Nick Foles unless, in my opinion, that you think that he's better than Mitchell Trubisky. Now, both quarterbacks have had interesting careers, I think, to say it lightly. Trubisky back in 2018, I was like, man, maybe they actually got it right here. 2019, regressed a little bit. You know, big you-know-what Nick, he definitely uses Manscaped. He's had an up-and-down career himself. He's got a Super Bowl MVP. He's bounced around a few different teams. But I do think if the Bears want to end up winning football games, and if you want to be a successful team in the playoffs, I think Nick Foles gives you the better chance. But both of these players obviously need to be able to show their stuff. So, number 6, Nick Foles. Number 5, Mitchell Trubisky of quarterbacks that need training camp to happen. If you think that Nick Foles is going to start, I want you to type NF. If you think Mitchell Trubisky will, I want you to type MT. The reason why Foles needs to show that needs training camp, needs to show the coach that he deserves to start. The reason why Trubisky needs training camp, he needs to be able to keep his job. Also, his contract runs up this season. In 2021, he becomes a free agent. So if you made it this far in the video, I would imagine that you like what we're doing here, right? But besides these, we'll say, random ranking videos, we also do a lot of NFL news, rumors, and we do live shows. So the link will be in the description. Remember, our videos are 100% free. Before you leave here, I want you to hit that sub button. Let's get in now to the top 4 quarterbacks that need training camp the most. And I'm going to go with a rookie here, Tua. And the Dolphins obviously have a lot of confidence in him. And if you've watched our shows before, you'll know that here at Chat Sports, we have a lot of confidence in Tua. He was selected number 5 overall by the Miami Dolphins. And even though that I think that he is the backup to Ryan Fitzpatrick, I like Fitzpatrick a lot. But you don't draft a quarterback number 5 overall for him to just kind of be a learning project. If Tua can prove that he's healthy, which that is the major question mark, and he would be able to show that he's fully healthy with training camp. Let's go to the quarterback that was drafted number 1 overall in the 2020 NFL Draft. It's Joe Burrow. I mean, expectations are sky high for this young man, coming off a season where he threw for 60 touchdowns, won a Heisman, and a National Football Championship. He is the 100% favorite, clear-cut favorite, to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. And when you draft a player number 1 overall and it's a quarterback, you expect to win. And the Bengals haven't won a playoff game since 1990. I don't know what you were doing in 1990, but I wasn't even a thought yet. So I would imagine that the Bengals have a lot of question marks, with Joe Mixon being one of them as well. How can Joe Burrow work with a player like A.J. Green? It's going to be something that we're going to see this season, and it's going to be something that we're going to talk about for years to come. Another thing that we're going to talk about for many, many years to come, I think it's funny that yesterday on NFL Daily we talked about how Lamar Jackson doesn't want to be compared to Patrick Mahomes. Honestly, Lamar, it's too bad. If Tua and Joe Burrow don't want to be compared their entire career, guess what? That is too bad, because they're going to be. But I want to know, who's going to have the better NFL career? If you think it's going to be Tua, type T, or if you think it's going to be Joe Burrow, I want you to type B. The top 2 players at the quarterback position that need training camp, I have Teddy Bridgewater, who signed a 3-year, $63 million deal, $33 million of which is guaranteed. So, first off, I tip my cap to Teddy for getting paid because I do think that he deserved it. But he has to learn a new offense. He has to learn an entirely new team. You add a new offense, new offensive players, plus a brand new head coach in Matt Rule. Like, Matt Rule is trying to take over for a team, and he's had some success in college at Temple and at Baylor. But the NFL is a new monster, and not only do you have a lot of new players on defense, you have a brand new quarterback. So for Teddy Bridgewater, for the Carolina Panthers, and for Matt Rule's sake, I think you would all agree that training camp needs to start. So who's number 1 on our list? It's Jarrett Stidham, quarterback of the New England Patriots. It still sounds weird. Career starts, 0. 2019 4th-round pick. I don't know if when the Patriots drafted Stidham, they actually thought that he'd be starting a year after, but let's face it. Maybe the toughest job in the entire world right now is trying to replace Tom Brady. So I made this graphic to have some fun because in terms of career stats, you can't compare them. What am I really trying to prove here? When you're trying to take over for a guy that's got 3 MVPs, 6 Super Bowls, that's basically top 5 in every single NFL quarterback category, it ain't easy. Especially when you've yet to throw for a touchdown, when you've yet to win a game. Jarrett Stidham's got a lot to work with, and that's why he is the number 1 quarterback on my list that needs training camp the most.